Starting off in this first clip, I'm showing all the ingredients. So the first one is the red cabbage, just a few leaves. And then next, I'm gonna show the heat resistant glass, where I'm gonna put like the hot water with the cabbage. And then I have coffee filters, a pipette, and then I'm gonna show I have the plastic containers to put all the liquids, and I have a plastic knife to cut up the red cabbage with. And so the first liquid is the baking soda solution in the plastic container. Then I have the vinegar in a plastic container. I have normal drinking water, and I have drain cleaner in that last one. Now in the next clip, this clip is sped up because it took me a while to cut up the red cabbage, but that's what I'm doing with the plastic knife. And then towards the end of the clip, I'm motioning that I'm gonna go get hot water to put in the cabbage into the glass container. Continuing on into the next clip is just me putting the cut up cabbage into the hot water, and then I mix it up a little bit with the knife, and then I put it to the side and I put a timer on the screen. And this is just gonna be a time lapse of the 30 minutes that I let the cabbage sit into the hot water. In this next clip, I'm getting the coffee filters and putting the cabbage water onto it. And at this point, I knew that like the coffee filters were looking too transparent and didn't really look purple. So off camera, I decided to put some cabbage water on some Q-tips, and the color did show up better on the Q-tips, and I'm going to show that later on. But after this clip, I just let them air dry. The coffee filters air dry. So this next clip was important because I show the Q-tips that you could really see the purple on them. But first, I'm going to start out by putting the coffee filters on the screen, and you can tell they look almost white. So I wasn't sure I was going to get results. And then I start setting up the liquids. So I have drain cleaner, and then baking soda, and then vinegar, and then the bottom I have water. And so after I arrange those, I start cutting up the coffee filters into strips that I can use to dip them into the solutions. That's my first strip, and then I'm gonna dip it first into the baking soda solution. And in person, you could see a very light tint of green, but on camera, because of the lighting, it was very hard, so I put it on the table and you couldn't really see it. Then with the next clip, I tried dipping it into vinegar, and in person you could see a light tint of like pink, but again on camera you could barely see it. And then the next one, I dip it into the drinking water, and it stayed clear like normal color. And so lastly, I tried to put it into the drain cleaner, but I didn't see any change really in any of the 4 strips. So then after that, I thought maybe it would be better to try it with the cotton swabs to see like a brighter color. So here I have the cotton swabs in hand. And so the first one, I'm going to dip it into the baking soda solution. And you can see the blue color better. So you see the change that happened right there. And I'm going to insert a picture of the cotton swab right now. The next cotton swab, or the other end, is going into the vinegar, and this did turn the cotton swab pink, so you could definitely see a change. And so I'm going to add a picture of that here. And then the next cotton swab is going into the water, and that one remains the same. There's no change in color. I'm going to add a picture here. And lastly, the other end is going into the drain cleaner. And here, the cotton swab first turned yellow, but then it turned like a normal white color. It just had like bubbles on it. I'm gonna insert a picture. In the end, I didn't really like the color differences that I was seeing, so I thought that I would get the lids of the containers that I was using and then put the solutions into the lid and then drop cabbage water on them so that I could get better results, so that it wouldn't be like iffy. The first liquid that I'm pouring is the baking soda solution. Next, I'm pouring the vinegar. I didn't pour the drain cleaner into one of the tops because I didn't want to spill it on my stuff. Now this is when I start to pour the cabbage liquid, and you can see how the color goes from purple to blue because of the baking soda solution. When I pour the solution into the vinegar, it starts to turn pink. And then when I put it into the purple water, it just turns a normal purple color. I do want to point out how when I was pouring it into the drain cleaner, it would first turn green, but then like in a quick second it would just turn yellow.